Proverbs 14:1. The wise woman builds her house, but with her own hands the foolish one tears hers down. Depending on how you interpret this verse, for me it basically is an encouragement to manage my home well and be very intentional about building my home and my family, and also allowing God to guide me even as I do that, because I am a believer of a home is basically built by a woman. A woman is the one who brings more joy to the family and more joy to her children and her husband. Growing up, I saw this to be very evident with my grandmom, because she raised us and she raised so many other children before and after us, and knowing the situation that she was in as a woman during those times, as far as her marriage is concerned, her priority was basically to make a home that is more joyful, at peace, and more happier for herself, and most of all for her children. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to share with you some of the things that I always do to bring joy and fun in my family, to my husband and my children, and also for myself. And I'm gonna be doing a lot of cooking, well, not as much, but I'm gonna be doing cooking also, and I will be sharing with you some of the recipes that I will be using today, and hopefully you will get to learn and also try the recipes in your home. One of the things that we've done with my husband for a while now, ever since we started living together, was basically building a vision for our home. And as the years goes by, we've been redefining our vision all the time, and every time it's a new thing that we are bringing in, and sometimes we are removing some of the things. And building a vision is one of the things that I believe are so important if you have a family, or basically even if you are trying to have a vision for your life, regardless of what you choose to work with, whether it's career or anything else. So for my husband and I, we've been trying so much to find ways that we can have meaning for our family and as far as our children are concerned. And I remember last year we did a course on finances, couples and money, if you've come across such a course, and it really opened a lot of things for us. And we also, since the year started, this 2024, we decided to redefine our vision and our mission, and this is something that we've been doing since the start of this year 2024. And the best part is we included our children on the same, so we came up with values that have meaning to us as a family, and then we brought them together and just drew mission out of it. And then every night before we go to bed, we do recite our mission and our vision statement, so that it will stick to our minds and it will be a reminder for us every time, wherever we will be, to know what we stand for, and also be able to learn and practice them no matter where we are. Having a vision, basically, if you are struggling with it, then you would might want to have some questions to guide you on the same. And one of the questions would be, what would my ideal home look like? What brings me joy? What traditions could I start with my family that would bring joy and fun into my home and family? So maybe these questions would help you if you want to have a vision for your family or have been struggling to have one. Then you could try from such questions, and then you come up with something that will create fun and more meaning in your life and as a family. To bring more fun and joy in my family, I remember we cultivated the habit of having a fun and meaningful family traditions, and this is also something that I'm really grateful about, because we also started this way back with my husband and even before babies came. And I'm telling you, it is so easy and fun to create. It basically requires doing an exercise or an experience over and over again until it becomes a habit. And one of our first traditions that we started was praying together before we go to bed. And if you've ever visited our home or had the chance to do a sleepover in our home, then you know this to be true. Ever since before babies came and even after they came, we add that we should always end the day with prayer before going to bed, no matter what. We practiced this for, I think it's been 8 years right now, and I'm telling you that right now our kids can confidently guide the night prayers without us, without our help, and that has been so amazing, because it is basically the fruit of our labor that we cultivated these habits in their lives, and right now they enjoy doing that. That sometimes when we are so tired and we say, guys, it's time to go to sleep, you go to bed, they would remind us that, Mom, Dad, we haven't done prayers, and that is so amazing to note. Another tradition for our home that we are still trying to make it a habit is reading books. Our sons love this a lot, and we are glad that they also get a lot of support from the school on the same. And also, we've been trying so much to celebrate our birthdays, no matter how small or big that looks like for us. And some of the others that we also do are weekend outings, family road trips, movie nights, amongst others. So basically, family traditions can be the simplest of things to do. Plan whatever would make a special memory and bring joy to your family. Just like me, I know most of us struggle with speaking words of affirmation, either to your children or to your husband, or basically to your friend or your relative, especially when we are angry at one another, or basically when we are not in the right frame of mind. One thing I keep saying to myself whenever I am having a self-talk moment is, do what you have to do to make a habit of speaking positive and encouraging words to my husband and children, since I know that the words that I speak will have a direct impact it on how joyful my house is going to be. I know it looks so lame, or probably it's easier said than done, but I also believe that the words we speak are very powerful, and I know that they matter much more than we will ever know. So my goal basically is to always make words of affirmation, love, and encouragement a priority in my house, especially since I am the main homemaker of the family. Much of social bonding occurs over meals shared together. Since this is true, it is also good to cultivate such moments at home with family. Growing up, I remember ladies and children would eat in the kitchen and men in the living room. It was just okay and normal. I mean, it was something that you just grow up with, and it was a setup of your home background, you know. But I believe right now that sharing a meal as a family strengthens the relationship. It brings more joy, especially when it's made special. And I also believe that that separation of having men eating in the living room and ladies eating in the kitchen with the children is basically a form of separation, for lack of a better word, but it was like passing a point that, you know, men are better than women and women are inferior than men. And when I was young, I wouldn't look at it that way, but growing up and looking back, it is how it looks like for me, you know. And also it's something that still goes on in my family even now. I mean, when we go to shags, and I know that most people experience the same, but it is more different right now than before, because when we go home, it's easy for us to just sit together in the living room and have food. Like right now, it's basically a choice. That's what I'm trying to say. And now it's basically a choice whether you want to eat in the kitchen or you want to eat in the living room with everyone else. It's a choice. And also just having my family and trying to bring so much joy and fun in my family right now. I always ensure that we do eat together at least one meal per day, and mostly this would be dinner because all of us would be at home. So I also try to make it so nice and fun by putting some background music, or just basically having a candlelight dinner, or just having a themed night dinner. Like Saturdays are for chapatis, Tuesdays are for Chinese food. Maybe I want to make Chinese rice. However way you want to brand it, just ensure that it is a special meal, whether it's breakfast or lunch or dinner. I just ensure that I make it special for my family. Something else that always makes my meals special for my family is trying new recipes. I love trying new recipes, and whenever I bump into a recipe, or either on Instagram or on Facebook, I came up with an idea of just starting my own WhatsApp group for my 2 numbers. So I started a group for myself and myself. Basically, I have 2 numbers, and whenever I find new recipes, I just copy the link, paste it in that group, and then whenever I'm in the mood to try a new recipe, which I always do at least once a week, I just go to the group, pick one depending on the ingredients that I have in the house, and just prepare that for my family. And I realized that my family always They just lighten up whenever they see a new meal that they've never tasted probably. They always feel so good, and that brings me so much joy knowing that it's one of the joyful moments in the house, you know. And finally, another way that I do try to bring more joy in my family is through thoughtful gestures and surprises. These are just random acts of kindness that I get to do with my family. It could be me buying some shoes or some clothes for my husband or my children. It could be my husband and I taking the kids out for dinner or just to play somewhere, or just basically just buying their favorite thing that I've been asking about. These are just basically random gestures and surprises that I know always brings joy to my family. Thank you so much for joining me in exploring these heartwarming ways to create a joyful home as a mom, and I hope that these ideas inspire you to infuse your home with love, laughter, and cherished moments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue spreading joy and magic within our homes. Until next time, you take care and keep embracing the everyday miracles. Bye-bye.